Nicolás Villarreal, and I am the director and the writer of the short film On Off. Around 10 years ago, I was sketching in my sketchbook, drawing a caricature of Salvador Dalí, and I pictured how could I do a drawing with a minimum amount of graphic shapes without losing the integrity and the essence of the character. And I realized if I would have just a rectangle with 2 dots and half circles, instantly it would be Salvador Dalí. And that's how I came up with the style of the short film On Off. I started doing sketches of Frida Kahlo, Da Vinci, Tesla, Steve Jobs, and many other people that I admired. I've been always interested in the relationship between talent, effort, and success. I highly admire the people that have this attitude to go forward, that they are hardworking, that they have dedication, and they are competitive. That's why I think these people that they seek the excellence in their disciplines, such as they could be art, they could be science, and they could be sports. They have this noble intention, even a moral duty, to do their work their best they can. That's why I think it's very important to do the best you can, or at least that's what gives me peace. I think with your work, you should aim to change the world or inspire. That's what are the movies that I admire the most. I think a good movie is the movie that starts where it ends. When you leave the movie theater and you feel like it changed the perception of the world for a brief moment. A good movie for me is the perfect balance between confusion and obviousness, that you understand what is happening at the same time you don't understand anything. Those are the movies that when I leave the movie theater, and they change the perception of the world, they change me and they inspire me. Around 10 years ago, when I was doing the style of On Off, I noticed how social media was disruptive from the creative process, and I started combining these two things. And I thought actually, what would have happened if Da Vinci, Tesla, Beethoven, or even Frida Kahlo would have had cell phones, and how they would have reacted to them. And that's when I started doing all the storyboards for On Off. I think the script inspires the style, and the style reinforces the script. So in the case of On Off, there's no dialogue, because I think those are the movies that I love the most. When you have a movie with no dialogue, the audience can create their own interpretation of the movie. They create their own movie in their mind. With On Off, I hope that when they watch it and they realize that they leave a passion behind for some reason, they go back to this passion.